everybody, it's just Francine here from New Zealand again. I'm getting a lot of questions and a lot of, Francine, where have you been? So I thought I'd just been out into the garden. It's such a miserable day out there today. I thought, what the heck, I'm going to do a design for you. So this one's going to be, I'll be doing a wreath in a container. So you can either make the wreaths yourself or you can you buy one that's pre-done. So there's lots of options with this design. So all I've got here, so hi everybody, it's lovely to see you. Yes, I'm going to do a little video today just to say hi to everybody. So hello to all those coming on, and hello Valerie. I've just been getting a lot of questions about, Francine, when can you come and do another workshop? So I thought I'd do one this morning. It's pouring down outside, so I picked these yesterday and thought if I had time I'd do one for you today. So I've just got a container here, just one that I've just had in the cupboard, and I've filled it with floral foam, and I need that because I need it to be stable with what I'm doing. So I've got here just a wreath. Now you can either use one that's bought or you can make one yourself. So nice to see you all. So you can either make one yourself or you can just buy pre-done one. The other thing I've got here is this. Now I use these a lot. They're a great mechanic because you can use them either as a spike, but they're actually just a cheap old towel rail. You know, the ones that you buy just in those emporiums. And I cut the top off because it gives me a really good spike. I can spike things on things that aren't too heavy. That's what you need to use for this one. And then I cut the top off, and I use these really good. I've just got these really good little mini snippers, mini pliers, and they're great. Bolt cutters, I think they call them. And I love them. I use them a lot, and they're really easy to use. And then I just cut the top off. Now, what I do is I put this away, and I use that for something else. But this piece here, I use as a giant spike. So I've got a couple of these. So I'm going to just bring my container back over, and I'm going to line my frame up. Now, you can do this with any container, which looks really, really cool. And this is just a nice design to do. I do these for Christmas, but also for something a little bit different with what I've got in the garden. And I'm just going to anchor that into place with these big spikes. You need really big, strong ones. I might just turn that around, put a couple more in here and just anchor that in. So make sure it's nice and firm into your container. I've got 3, so I might put 3 big spikes in here just to really secure it. Pop that in there. So now I've got my wreath in my container. So what I'm going to do is like I say, I had a bit of a walk around the garden. Oh, hello, nice to see you all. It's just lovely to see you. I know it's been a long time, but I thought, I'm going to share with you today a new idea. Well, it's probably not a new idea, but it's one that I've found that I like doing. So I've got some elfin lilies that I picked out of the garden. We're coming into spring here, but we've had such a weird season that everything's a bit confused out in the garden at the moment. So I've got my elfin lilies, which you can use xanthodicias or even tulips. And I've got some hellebores and some pieris. And a couple of really nice proteas that I picked out of the garden. And I love this one. It's got like a little white button in the middle. It's a really cute little one. So what I thought I'd do is I'm going to start here with my elfins. And I gently manipulate them with my hand. I'm not crushing them. I'm just gently manipulating them to get them to curve. And I'm going to cut that. And I've got here some kebab sticks. You can use toothpicks. And I'm going to put this in here. Calla lilies, xanthodicias and all that, they do not like floral foam. So I'm using the kebab stick. It acts like a capillary action. So the moisture gets taken up through the stick into the stem. And then I'm just going to lay that into my design. Pop that into there. And I've also got some paper coated wire. I might just need to secure a couple in place. A little bit of paper coated wire just for the height. And I'll turn this around. And I'm following the line of the wreath frame. Following the line, giving it a bit of rhythm. So just gently tying it on. Don't strangle it, otherwise you'll cut it. So, but it is great to see everybody. And I'm really looking forward to a lot of trips I've got happening next year. And but even around New Zealand as well, there's a few exciting things coming up. So again, just manipulating. Just gently manipulating with your hand. Put the hand underneath and your thumb, and you just feel it. You don't crush it. And again, another kebab stick. Put that one in there and give it a friend, tuck it in. They like a bit of company, these guys, so give it a bit of company. Again, I might just secure a bit of paper coated wire. I'll turn this around so you can see in a moment. But, it's been a while since I've done one of these to get myself back into the habit. I'll turn this around. Just gently tie it. Tidy your wires up as you go, and then you don't forget about them. So it's going to turn that around there. Just putting a couple of the flowers in, and I'm going to follow that line down. So I get another one. Cut one a bit shorter. Hope you're all having a good day. Some of you have been nighttime where you are, but yes, going into a nice day here today. I've got regional day tomorrow, which is a thing where holiday clubs come together, areas come together, and we all catch up and have a really neat day together, which is a really fun thing to do. So I'm just doing, see how I've got them just following that curve, and just by gently turning it. Oh, it is nice to see you all too. Thank you for the lovely comments. It's just nice to catch up. I know I haven't for a while. I've just had so much going on, so I thought, right, today I'm not going anywhere. Let's just have a bit of fun today. So I'm going to take a couple down a bit lower, but I'm going to let the little faces poke through. And I'm going to put a few out this side as well. Gives me a little bit of depth. But again, still follow that line. Put that in there. Another one down in here. So it's amazing what you can find in different stores to make cheap little mechanics, fun ones to do, especially if you're doing a workshop for your club or your area like that. And it's lovely going back to all our floral art things. I absolutely love it. Love being in floral art. Floral Art New Zealand is great, and I'm also a member of the Australian one as well, and it's just so much fun. The flowers and the friends. So if you're not a member, make sure you find out where to join a club, because it's just, once you go, you get hooked on it. I went once and that was it. I found my little niche and I just love it. I'll take this one a little bit shorter, and I'll just pop that in here and just turn it around so you can see what I'm doing. Now we've got a little bit of depth now, so I've got that going right round both sides. Oh, it is lovely to see you all too. And now I've got these ones here, and I've pulled most of the foliage off, but I do want just a little bit of foliage on these little proteas. So just going to pop one in through this side, and then we'll take one a little bit lower on the other side. Pop one in through there. Take the one just a little bit lower. So you've got it. See, aren't they gorgeous? I love this little protea. It's been doing really well in the garden actually. I'll just move them to the side. Now I've got hellebores everywhere at the moment. I've got a garden full of them, and people have been asking, Francine, would you do another garden walk? Well, I will. I'll show you what's happening with the garden. We're doing lots of changes at the moment, but the hellebores are just absolutely divine, and they're at the stage now where they will hold. And people have said, how do you get them to hold, Francine? Well, I use the quick dip, and I prick them underwater up the stem with a little pin, and then I dip them in the quick dip, and it just helps them hold and last. So just a few of the little hellebores. Pop those in. Cut that down a little bit more. Turn this around so you can see what I'm up to. Take some a little bit lower. So I've taken some down low and then some out a bit higher, just to give it a bit of depth too and gradation. So pop that in there. All these fancy words. In other words, just so your eye will go into the design, basically, is what we're saying. Put a little bit of the foliage in as well. Just tuck that down a little bit lower. Pop that in. A little bit out through this side. Take it down low. Pop that in through there. And now I'm going to do the same out through this back. Pop another one in through there. I like designs that I can just pick from the garden. Whatever's out in the garden is what I'll use. So it's a good way of doing it. And it's actually like a nice surprise too, because you don't know what you're going to work with till you've been out to see what's flowering. On there. Tuck it down low. Turning it around. Just gives it a nice bit of shape as well. And like the frame is what actually makes this design. So you can make some really interesting frames for this. So don't be afraid to give it a go and see what you can find to do it. Now I might just take a little bit of white up the side here, a taller one, just to balance it a little bit. I'll put this one up through here. Just to give it a little bit more height. Tuck that one in. A little bit of a play with those little buds. There you go, just to take it up through just a little bit more. Isn't that pretty? Something about white and green, it just freshens my day. I love white and green. And now I've got flowering in my garden, which is absolutely crazy at the moment, is my Paris. And this one is Temple Bells, and it's a prolific flower. Now these might be a bit heavy, so I'm just going to do, my hairdressing skills come in now. So I'm just going to do a bit of thinning, because they're just too heavy. So we just want to just take a little bit out. I'll just thin a few of them so it's not too heavy. It's a little bit better, maybe one more. That's better. Because I want something to come over the containers. Take a little bit of the foliage off. And then I'm just going to tuck this one down in low. So it comes down over the container. Just brings your eye down a little bit. And I'm going to do another piece out through the back. Oh, you would use this bit here. But again, a bit of thinning. Can't say give it 6 weeks and it'll grow back, can I? But anyway, put that there. I'm just going to put a little bit out through the other way as well, so that my eye goes right through the whole design. And it's such a simple little concept. But this is all I'm going to do. Now, if you wanted to dress this up, you could put some LED strands in there and just wrap it and light it up at night. It would look amazing too on the sideboard. Wow, I know there was a little quick design, but I just thought you would enjoy seeing how to use the wreath in a different way. But also look at the local hardware stores or emporiums to see if you can find just those cheap little stands. And like I say, I cut the top off. And then I just use the base and spike things on it. And I use these as my giant pins when I'm doing really, really big designs. So, well, lovely to see you all. Please take care. I'll take a photo of this and share it with you so that you can see. And you never know, I might pop back again and see you. Thank you, Valerie. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Everyone, take care out there. Have a wonderful day. I might go make a nice hot cup of coffee. See you later. Bye for now.